Hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day today. So, what I want to do is where I'd left this fine fellow off was vanquishing the Sulfurous Wastes, which I do believe is going to take a while. On account of look at how big this is. Look how much time I'm going to have to spend in worms. It's going to take a while. I should probably consider what sort of enemies are going to be in the area, but I think I already know what kind of enemies are going to be in the area. It's going to be a lot of undead. It's going to be a lot of Margonites. So, with that consideration in mind, think through some of what I'm going to want here. Is it Livia that's... No, couldn't be Livia. It's probably Master of Whispers. Yeah, I want this guy. Because support. Like, I have my core... My support core. Which is Master of Whispers on the Bips. That's one of these ritualists. Probably Parias. On the Soul Twist. And then some random monk. Dunkoro. I think it might be Dunkoro. Am I doing Dunkoro? Yeah. Not sure that Glimmer of Light is really what I want here, though. I think it's probably Healing Burst. Glimmer of Light's nice because it's always there. Healing Burst is nice because it has some additional party healing properties. Dismiss Condition is not as important. But this is probably fine. So what I kind of want to do, otherwise here actually, is I kind of want to do some rangers here. What's Elias backed out as? Okay, he's super into Soul Reaping, so that'll work. Okay, so because what I'm kind of feeling, and I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or a bad idea or any other thing, but what I'm kind of feeling is I'm kind of feeling trying to do some sort of R-Spike-ish, more Barrage way, probably. I'm kind of feeling Barrage way. So, let's go through these and kind of set them up. Yeah, that's fine. Distracting shot, body shot is good. I'm definitely going to want to make sure I'm inflicting cracked armor with what I'm doing. Barrage, that's kind of the important part of Barrage way, isn't it? Whirling defense. No, I'm not going to build them all the same for reference, but I do want a good number of interrupt type things going on here. Power shot or penetrating shot better for a random filler? Let's do crossfire for a random filler. Okay, actually, let's go antidote signet. Crying out loud. Yeah, antidote signet, that's obvious. I'm going to want to be able to deal with stuff. Should I just leave her choking gas? I mean, she wouldn't be able to barrage, but choking gas might not be the worst of ideas. I'm not sure I want those skills. The advantage to doing a choking gas build is it would add a lot of interrupt potential, which I like. Particularly with some of the mesmers and other things that are being floating around. Yeah, sundering attack seems good. Actually, I do actually kind of like the idea of precision shot, just because there will be plenty of the bow guys, or the warriors that have that blocking stance. That's what I'm talking about. And this does have an area of effects, or effect to it, so keen arrow is also good for some damages. And this interrupts spells. Throw in a D shot for good measure. Ooh, this is not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, I might just leave Pyre like this. That'll work. Okay, Elias, you're probably putting a little bit into curses. And you're going more heavily into blood magic. And I actually want smiting prayers over here. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna worry about the curses stuff, then that's fine. That's probably not a bad idea. And we'll leave a... You know, I'm gonna give him... This is probably a terrible idea, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him Vengeance, because I feel like it. So predominantly what I want going on over here is I want Smite Condition, Smite Hex, because those are useful. Yeah, Signet of Lost Souls seems like it's probably better than Castigation Signet here. But Judge's Insight is a big deal, and I feel like Balthazar's Aura isn't bad. But I think Order of Pain is probably more useful. That's definitely what I'm going to go with here. I don't know how much enchantment removal I need. All things considered, probably doesn't hurt to have a second strip enchantment. Right? What should my elite be? This makes my necromancer spells cheaper, which doesn't seem particularly important. Soul Leech has some appeal to me. So I could go with something like an Icy Veins or a Reaper's Mark. Empathic Removal seems a bit redundant with those skills. Field of Judgment is an interesting idea. Ray of Judgment's just not going to be quite good enough. Yeah, Smiting Prayers is just not high enough to really make these super appealing. I don't really think of an undead area as the best place for a Well of Power, but might not be terrible. But we already have a BIP, so it's a bit redundant. Cultist Fervor is mostly useful for making it easier to spam Order of Pain. Soul Leech is an interesting backfire variant that might be a good idea. Spoil of Victor might just be fine, though. Do I just go with something like Spoil of Victor? So the real toss-up here is, do I want the energy management of something like Cultist Fervor, or do I want the damage of something like Soul Leech, or Spoil of Victor is more likely? I think... This is basically saying I'd basically be bringing this elite to make it easier to spam this. It would make it 5 energy as opposed to 10. It would make that 5 energy as well. I feel like I'd want more skills that I was getting this from, or this benefit for. I think I'm going to go with Spoil of Victor. It's just kind of a generic punishment skill. Yeah. Then oh, yeah, that's right. Order of Pain and Judge's Insight don't have synergy. Because it makes attacks deal holy damage, but this requires hits with physical damage. I believe Order of Pain requires you to deal... Let's just double check. But... Order of Pain. Yeah. So it's... I liked the idea of synergizing these with Order of Pain, but Order of Pain is not going to work here. I could potentially... I'm glad I caught that, but... Like, I could potentially do, like, Blood Bond for additional life steal and stuff, but that doesn't seem quite as exciting. And Another potential option is that I could put these on a Paragon, but I'm not quite enamored with that either. This is still probably okay, because Judge's Insight can't be up 100% of the time on everyone, so maybe I'll just roll with this anyway, and kind of trust that, like, oh, Judge's Insight's going to help maybe two of the characters at once, of the four of us, and Order of Pain's going to help the other 2 to 3, and that's probably good enough. Let's roll with it. Okay, I don't really need to be doing Avatar of Dwayna. I don't really want to do an Avatar in general. Wording on this. It's a foe with physical damage. This is an interesting question. Does Vow of Strength synergize with Judge's Insight? Do they stack? That I don't know. Further question, would I be better off just saying, never mind Order of Pain, Judge's Insight's where it's at, let's go with a Smiting Monk that has Splinter Weapon. That might be a better decision, actually. That might be a better decision. You know, I think I want Spoil Victor, though, so I think I'm going to roll with this. Okay, so I need to... Let's think through some of this here. I need to inflict cracked armor. I can do that with either Staggering Force inflicts cracked armor, or Running Aura inflicts cracked armor. Now, this kind of depends upon what I want to do for my elite, which I'm inclined towards, because I want to make sure I'm dealing physical damage, generally speaking. I'm inclined to not use Aura Slicer. I do want to bring Running Sweep, because that's a way of dealing with Vow of Silence, which is not too critical here, now that I think about it. Hey, good to see you, Moist Midget. How are you doing today? I'm just trying to think through what I want to bring with me for vanquishing the Sulfurous Wastes. I'm trying to think what I want my character to actually be doing. I could just do Pious Renewal, or... Banishing Strike has a certain appeal. Because I need to inflict cracked armor. That's part of one of my considerations. Let's see, I could just go with the... but Avatar of Lissa makes me deal chaos damage, which isn't preferable. Otherwise kind of neat. Moon's good. One of those moments where I wish Dervish had slightly more variety in my elite options. Wastrel's Collapse would be a terrible idea. Are there any elites that would be interesting in another attribute, or another profession that don't require an attribute? I know Warrior doesn't, like, Warrior has some stuff here, like Skullcrack. I've been super unimpressed with Coward whenever I've tried to use it. You're All Alone seems like the antithesis of what I need here. Well, it's good to have you here. Let's see. This makes your attacks deal holy damage. Like, there's an argument for just doing this, but it also just doesn't synergize with the order, which is the complicating factor of, okay, what do I want to do? With this character. Because I could go with something like Reaper's Sweep, but that seems kind of unexciting to me too. What are some of my other options? I could just bring, like, empathic removal. That seems mildly okay. Like, it lets me deal with stuff on me and someone else. Which might not be the worst. Okay, yeah. I've talked myself into it. So I don't want to do an avatar, because I'll change my damage type. I think, right? Chaos, Dark, Holy, and Earth. I want to bring these for the teardowns. Yeah, okay, so I think the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to put on Fleeting Stability for the run speed, and I'm going to put on Pious Fury. This is a weird bar, but I think I'm going to roll with this. Because I think this is going to do what I want to do, so... Alright, I don't know how this is going to go, but I do know I need to be in hard mode if I'm going to try to vanquish somewhere. This works better that way, you know? Alrighty. Let's see how this goes. And I have my Lightbringer title on, which is the important one. Ooh, Conquering Lightbringer. Time for some water. Wonder how many foes are going to be in this area. I'm going to guess a lot. Also, definitely time to be candy. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good for Sunspear points, isn't it? Where is my Sunspear title track at? See, this is the problem of having... Okay. Coming along pretty well, actually. This is the problem of having too many, like, completed stuff, is it makes it harder to find the ones that are in progress and check on what that progress is. Oh, yeah, there's some Ruby Gin over here. What are you up to, Ruby Gin? Ow. At some point in time, Soul Twist is supposed to happen, and that's going to make everything better, right? I do get to put out a lot of blind, which is definitely beneficial. Hello. Exorcist? One of those things that you realize is when streaming is sometimes I'm a little bit more cautious about what I want to think people's names are. What do you mean by standard layout? Just kind of curious. It's going to be a lot of undead. Oh, I'm getting Signal of Humility like crazy here. Yeah, a lot of it is pretty standard. It's just what I'm used to. Okay, yeah, this team not doing as hot against these guys as I thought it would. This might be a problem. Okay, I think part of my issue here is I'm not doing good target prioritization. I'm going after all of these melee attackers when I need to be going after the caster backline. So that's something I want to think about here. Alternatively, I could just go in worms, and that should probably work. I may abandon this particular team setup after another try or two at this group. If it struggles with this group, that's going to be a problem. Let's see. The acolytes are probably fairly high priority because those are the monks. Like Exorcist with a B. Okay, so Bexorcist. Then I assume. Wow, Master of Whispers just got beset upon. Yeah, okay. This team is too fragile. Unfortunately. I'm going to reconfigure. I haven't gone very far. I like the idea of trying something silly, but it's obvious that something silly is a terrible plan. So let's just not do something silly. Let's just do something serious. By which I mean let's just load up on Mesmers. Because Mesmers make everything better. Right, Mesmers? Okay, maybe you don't need fragility in Epidemic. Interrupts. It probably would be... It might not be a bad idea to make one of these guys panic. Okay, well, I don't need those. Yeah, I moved the mini-map down there a long time ago. I don't remember why exactly, but I like it in that location because I'm used to it now. Let's see. Significant clumsiness, wonder, and I... Yeah, let's just grab Power Return. Actually, Power Return has interesting synergy with the E-Surges going on. I also kind of like Frustration, so I think I might grab that. General Morgan, I'm going to move you a little bit more defensive. And your ground, and... Blade Turn Refrain. There, that seems a bit better. Although, Holy Spear might not be a bad idea. Okay, and I'm going to go a little bit less silly over here. I'm probably going to... Yeah, I'm going to, because certain things are no longer important. I'm just going to go ahead and focus in on Pious Renewal, because I enjoy that one. And it tends to work pretty well. I think I want this, actually, randomly. Just for Searing Flame control. I want I Am Unstoppable. I do want Aura of Holy Might. Eternal Aura is not exactly what I want to be doing. Do I want a run speed buff? That is an option. Technobabble's probably just better. Just grab Technobabble. Okay. Yeah, these areas are just going to be too many dense mobs. Hopefully this works better. Let's see. You do not have Cry of Frustration. Probably okay. You have other interrupts going on. I've been impressed with this because it does damage whenever you interrupt. But actually hits harder than you'd think. Although... Might be better off with just calculated risk. But I think I'm going to do that while I'm thinking about it. This bar probably needs a little bit more healing as well. I'm going to swap... I don't know. I don't think I actually have anything I want to swap out. I could swap Glimmer of Light in. Just because of the recharge. Is that good enough? Maybe. I don't know. I'll try this. See how it goes. Hopefully better. That's my hope. Hopefully better. Okay, Ghostly Scout, give me your thing. Let's go see how this works. I mean, if nothing else, I get the lovely incoming fallback chain, right? This is a different mob than it was last time. Last time there was a Ruby Gin. Not diamonds with 2 sapphires, but it was a ruby with... That's interesting that the mobs change. The Acolyte's probably the bigger target here, is my guess. Well, that's just rude. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of resurrects that these enemies drop as well, which is... Okay, these guys just hit real hard and do a lot of damage, apparently. There's not much for it but to admit that that's just going to be an issue. Yeah, combined with the resurrects, I think I'm probably just better off going into worm mode. And this whole thing is an exercise in being worms. What I'm going to guess, anyway. We'll just need to make sure we can kill Marganites, and I think we can kill Marganites. These undead are a problem. Okay, Worm Spore, we're going over to you. We need your ridiculous power. It's like you almost need a frozen soil or is there a good way to instruct a hero to go into a worm when it has chosen not to? Okay, everybody's out. Everybody in. Good. Let's go fight some undead. I think I'm better off with this scythe. Ah, it's Vow of Silence boss, eh? Yeah, because I kind of suspect some of these mobs are kind of designed with the players will be in worms in mind. I don't know. It's just a hunch, but... This guy's going to spam We Shall Return until he's dead, so let's make him dead. Then let's make the... Acolytes? Acolyte dead. Oh, what do you know? Worms do better. Wow. That thing has a lot of inspiration. I appreciate the thought, AI, in healing yourself. But you're going to need to wait until the Spirit of Quicksand's dead. Well, here's what I'm going to say, is Worms did that significantly better than I was doing that. It's possible that I could construct a build that would take care of those things, even without the incredible benefits of worm power. But probably not worth it. And it probably involves frozen soil, honestly, because too many resurrects. Very large groups, too many resurrects. It feels like it sums it up pretty adequately. Woo, this thing has a lot of armor going on. How do you feel about getting slammed? Not great. Cool. Whoops, that's not the button I meant. Well, the good news is we're right by a worm spore. I meant the healing button, and I accidentally hit the the leave your worm button. Which is clearly not the same button. Okay, how do I want to sweep through here? I don't know, let's just go this way first. I'm already kind of moving this direction. Close that for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to need to take care of those guys. Let's get this ball of undead first. Can somebody explain to me why Janundu Siege is not an AoE skill, like dealing AoE damage? Because it really feels like it should be. Awakened Defiler, give me your HPs. Aha. I took the Awakened Defiler's HPs. Ooh. Rusted Greave. Spicy. What's in your Rusted Greave? Superior Axe Mastery and a Blessed Insignia. The Blessed Insignia could come in anything. It's probably the more valuable one, too. Okay, Shambling May says. Ooh, yeah, that's 31's not very full. Granite. I'll take this enemy for granite, then. Okay, let's go ahead and clear out this this side of things. I should probably be using Janundu Feast more than I do. Ooh, Blinding Breath. Excellent. Blinding Breath is ridiculous. If I could always have access to Blinding Breath, like, this skill does friggin' 400 AoE damage and blinds for 15 seconds. On a 2-second recharge, it's ludicrous. I mean, it eats your energy alive, but it's ludicrous. There you go, Dunkoro. Let's show the Spirit of Quicksand who's bought. Oh. The Spirit of Quicksand says I quit. Before I could even get to it. No. Be blind. Haha. My ridiculous blinding skill. What's over here at the edge of the map? I should heal myself. Hey, it's the edge of the map over here on the edge of the map. Who figured? Just want to make sure I get some of that mapping, you know? Acolytes. Okay, well, whatever. AoE, like, it's probably one of the strongest point-blank area of effect skills in the game. If I had to guess. Okay, I think we've gotten everything kind of over that way. I think we've gotten everything up on that plateau, but I couldn't be certain of it. Hang on. Just for thoroughness sake, while I'm here, I'm going to sweep through the plateau like that and get to the other side over here to check stuff out over there. Because I want to make sure I have not missed some random group. What do you say about the sulfurous Wastes. Whoops. Nothing's really shown up on the enemy thing. That's kind of to be expected. 275 foes, approximately. Yeah, that sounds about what I'd expect. This zone's going to have a lot of large packs of enemies in the various sulfurous areas. Those groups of undead are just large, and the worms, like it feels like they're designed to be eaten by worms. Okay, well, let's kind of search this central area here. What I think I want to do is kind of a sweep down and then back and over. Yeah. Just what I thought. More dudes here. The Sandstorm Crag seems like a higher priority target to me. No, we've got another worm coming up. Yeah. Aha, you're not nearby. Excellent. These things have such ridiculous armor. You're just kind of better off auto-attacking them for the most part. I'd be better off auto-attacking with something other than a scythe, though. Scythe auto-attacks are somewhat weak because of their ability to be AoE. I want to take care of this Cavalier in particular. Yeah, that's why, because I spam We Shall Return. Can't have that going on. It makes it hard to keep enemies dead. If you get the Acolyte, yeah, it looks like it. Ooh, I got Blinding Breath again. Excellent. Blinding Breath is my favorite of these, so always happy to see it. Wow, they really like their Spirits of Quicksand, don't they? Spirit of Quicksand to the left of me, Spirit of Quicksand to the right of me. I feel like I'm making a reference to something that I don't know well enough to actually know what it's a reference to, but I feel like I've heard that sort of expression before. Yeah. Okay. I want to go over to here. Clear out this area near that Resurrection Shrine. Yeah, see? Blessed. Blessed. I think I will salvage that Gladius, though. Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pop out of worms here. So, hopefully I can carry my team on its own two legs. Up in this area. As far as I know, it's mostly empty? I was expecting some Margonites here, actually. The lack of Margonites is vaguely unexpected. Oh. Okay, well, we have some Mandragore, so there's something here. Yeah, I want the Enchanting Scythe. Okay, well. Mandragore, obviously not a huge problem. Ghostly Scout, what did you have for me? Did I talk to you, or did I get ambushed by Mandragore? Yes, okay. Oh, of course, you want me to fight Mandragore. That makes sense. So is it better to sweep up and around this way? Hang on. Let's look at the map this way. I'm just trying to think through, like, what's the way... So if I go this way, right, around this way, and then up, down, kind of in through here... Yeah, there's going to be a certain amount of backtracking that's kind of unavoidable, I think, unfortunately, but... Because I'm going to need to make a loop in through here. Is it better to do that now? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Doesn't really matter. Let's just embody the spirit of Halloween for a little bit. Mandragore terrors, come back here. Like, it's just the undead groups are just, they have a lot of reses, and they have a lot of... I think I would want more, like, ward against melee type stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to think through what could make it so that way a team build would be better equipped to actually deal with the undead groups without the aid of the worms, right? Because the worms obviously help a lot against the undead groups, just because they're extremely bulky and they deal lots and lots of AoE damage. You know, the undead are excellent sources of damage. So what do you do when you don't have that? And I do feel like a ward against melee, because it's part of it is you need to mitigate the damage that they're dealing. And a bunch of that damage, and I'd have to look through what they have again, but a bunch of that damage is in the form of the warriors and dervishes that rush into your party and just fill it with pain and suffering. Okay, so the real question is, so if there are, like, Mandragore are fine. Yeah, it'd be like fighting that group would obviously be impossible because it's out in the sulfur, but the Mandragore are clearly fine. And I think the Margonites will be fine as well. Or at least I'm not worried about Margonites. I'm not worried about Jinn. Not worried about Mandragore. Isn't Desolation Sword like one of those skins that's considered a really sweet skin? No, I want to get back here into their backline. And like part of what helps against the Margonites is we have an entire mechanic dedicated to making them easier to fight. I'm a rank 5 Lightbringer, and that makes my team deal like... What is it? There it is. 25% more damage against them? Like, that's serious business. Dealing 25% more damage against an enemy is just... That's very serious business. And so I have that against the Margonites. These groups of Jinn are just small, so they're not particularly threatening. I mean, Jinn bosses can be when they're elementalist with searing flames, because any elementalist boss with the searing flames is terrifying. But okay, so what's up this way? Okay, there's some more Margonites and stuff up here, it looks like. I want to be careful not to get those two groups mixed, so... Wow, Mage Baned me. And we also take a bunch less damage from Margonites, so... I think I just got a skill point. Excellent. QZ's on. Yeah. Okay, so there's another... I can't get to them from here. So that's going to require me to go up and around over there. I'm kind of learning this zone. I haven't really explored this zone thoroughly before, I don't think. So I'm kind of figuring out some of its finer points of geography. I know the basics for like the mission and things like that, but the finer points of its geography I do not know. So kind of looking into that right now. Okay, and now I'm just looking for any mobs on this plateau. Looks like there's a Mandragora over here. Let's just precast that and Technobabble some Mandragora. See, the thing is, Rending Sweep turns out to be a really useful skill. Owing to its ability to render enchantment tanking type stuff completely ineffectual. Which those Earth Elementalist Mandragora are all about. They're all about tanking up. And my lovely little attack there is all about making that not work. I'm generally in favor of spiking down the Sandstorm Crags. Apparently the rest of my team is not in favor of this. Very different when We Shall Return just made your resurrects more effective, eh? 2 Cavaliers in one group is kind of annoying. With an Acolyte. That's a lot of reses. And the faster activation time that these enemies get is a little annoying. Sandstorm Crag, get out of here. Yeah, the Awakened Grey Giant wants to make more. Okay, let's start by going over this way a little bit, just to make sure. I don't think there's anything over by this other worm spore. Okay, just worms. I just wanted to double check. I don't want to, like, have to scour the entire map for enemies later. Just in case, you know. Yeah, Sandstorm Crag. Again, the crags are a higher priority target for me, as evidenced by things like Sandstorm. Which do have a tendency to kind of rip through the party a little bit. Ow. As evidenced by the damage they just did. To worms, and their massive, massive health pools, but minimal armor. Alright. Let's go ahead and make our way. So I'm going to go over this way. This area over here. And then kind of sweep up this way, I think. I'll probably go through this area and poke my nose back down this way. And then back up. This over here might just be the edge of... okay. It looks like it's just an overlook to some ruins. Hello, ruins. How are you doing today? Feeling ruined? Probably. Okay. My plan is to go over... Man, you cannot see that white line on that bright yellow. I'm going to be going towards the north here. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out to see what's in the area. Again, I don't want to randomly be missing some pocket of enemies that I then have to scour for later. If I can help it, anyway. Can't guarantee that that won't happen, but... I'd prefer it to not happen. I wonder if Ghostly Priests talk to you while you're a giant worm. Ghostly Priest, will you speak to me? Will you deign speak to worm person? You do! Haha. And this is what? The elemental hunt? What's going on in this icon anyway? It's always looked kind of like a person wrapped up in something to me. I don't know. Looks real weird. Suggestions as to what that could potentially be. Be interested to hear. Blade of Corruption. Ooh, that's an interesting sounding enemy. Wait, that's just a standard. The bog standard, too. Eh. It's a good name for an enemy. Shadow of Fear. Blade of Corruption. They're very evocative names for the Torment Demons. I quite like them. Oh, there's a couple of clerics in this group. And they're using Aegis chains. Is there a valid target over here? Nope. All my heroes ate all the dudes. Okay, there's just a collector down there. I don't really care about that. Don't know what they have, but... Ooh, okay. We've got a bunch of dudes over there. Hashcore Mystic Flame. That sounds like a boss I'm going to worry about. How do I want to approach this? Well, I do want to move myself along this eastern edge. Because I do want to uncover any mini-map bits that going along here may uncover. Ooh, I found more Mandragore. I don't think these Mandragore would count if they didn't spawn. I don't believe you have to find hidden groups, is what I'm saying. Which is good. It'd be real annoying if he did. Okay, let's see if we can aggro the Mandragore group and not the Jinn group. I want to feast. Oh, I got... Which one is this one? Choking Breath. Yeah, like, Choking Breath is one of the better interrupts in the game, but it's also still unexciting. Oh, boy. There we go. Got the interrupt. Oh, this is a Savannah Heat boss. Fascinating. Yeah, that was going to happen. That's okay. Got the boss down, which is the important part there. Game had a lag moment. Hate it when that happens. These guys are pretty bulky. Okay, well, that group wasn't too bad. I didn't get the better of the these skills. This one's okay, but it's basically just a variant on Janundu Siege. And I don't really have much need for that. Sorry about some of the frame jitter there. Because of its limited... Like, it has similar properties. It's just like a Janundu Siege with quicker recharge. And slightly different damage? I'm not sure if it's less damage. 250 fire damage. Somewhat similar to 400 earth damage when it sets a foe on fire for 5 seconds? I don't know. It's a different damage package. Okay, let's go ahead and poke my nose down this ravine down here to the south. I would normally draw where I'm going on the map, and I did just draw where I'm going on the map, or the compass. But bright yellow is not good contrast with white. So I'm just going to poke my nose down here just to make sure there's no enemies squirreled away in this little ravine bit that I would need to come back for. It does not look like it. I'm going to go with no. Maybe I'll regret that, but I checked the other side too, and I didn't see anything there, so I don't think there is. So let's just go ahead and go up and continue westward. $156 out of approximately 275. Not too bad. Yeah, we got another worm. Okay, desert worm, come up. Everybody teach this desert worm a lesson. Good moment to stretch while I'm just auto-attacking. Yeah. Come back up. There we go. Why can't we have armor like them? Honestly, having a giant pile of health is probably better just because it negates the effectiveness of armor ignoring damage. And it kind of makes like all damage more on equal footing. But nonetheless. Ah. Get Jinundu sieged. There we go. Not my preferred skill, but whatever. Glad this is not a shout, so you can use it when you're vocal minoritied. Imagine if it was a shout and vocal minority worked against Jinundu Whale. That would be rough. I don't think there's any enemies beyond the thing here, and I don't know what the Ghostly Scout would possibly give me either. So I'm going to ignore that because I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of getting in and out of worms. Wait, is this a path? Oh, there is a path here that connects these. Oh, okay, good to know. Acolytes. Okay, I don't know how I forced my way inside of that group of enemies, but I'll accept it. Working on Vanquisher, I mean, to an extent, that's kind of the end goal. But yeah, just working on the Vanquisher titles. But yeah, this is the character that I'd be getting God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals on. Got a lot of distance to go on a bunch of different stuff, but I'm at 8 titles right now. No. God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals is a lot of titles that you need. So I don't know if I'll ever actually get there on this character or not, but I might. And I'd at least like to get the vanquishing titles and things like that. So I want a character that's, you know, done at least most of the things. Also, hello, Ardu9. Hope you're doing well today. Cry of frustration spam. Sometimes you should just construct a team where like almost every character has cry of frustration. See how that goes. Give me that elegant scythe. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over this way. Oh, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fight this desert worm that wants to attack me. Once I've done that, I'm going to go towards the west, over to this resurrection shrine, up into this area that's full of like Marganites and stuff, and then come back down. I think that's going to be my plan of action here. Come back up, desert worm. These desert worms. Like to... They don't know if they're staying or not. They just come and go, come and go, come and go. I should do that too. Six Lightbringer points for each elemental you slay. Pretty good. Definitely powered up my... Yeah, Spear Marshal. Okay, we do get a new one, Marganite Battle. Yeah, we've got some DP on some of these characters that would be preferable to not have, but what you're gonna do, it's gonna happen. Ooh, boy. Snaring me here. Okay, that's the worm spore. That's gonna be useful later. I do need to get in a worm to leave. I don't need to be in a worm here, though, and given what we're going to be fighting, it's probably easier to not be. Oh, I should take a moment to clear out inventory stuff a little bit. Yeah. Because I need to... How many wrappings feel like they'd make cloth? Yeah, they do. Okay. Ugh. Ugh, they don't salvage for crap. I don't know why they are so bad salvage. What is this? Major smiting prayers, anchorites. Anchorites monks, not prodigy, which is the useful, valuable one. I'm gonna salvage this lever. Okay, we'll see how much I need to salvage of the rest of things, but for now, let's go take out this freezing gust spamming sorcerer. Like, it's 3 Marganites. They're just gonna go down quickly. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. There's this tunic. Now, tanned hide, of course. How am I going to approach this? This is a real problem. This is a big pile of undead. Okay, well, let's start by taking care of this Marganite group over here so I don't accidentally double aggro or something hideous like that. Or at least that would be the hope. Again, the Marganites melt before us. But we deal increased damage to them, so. My real concern here, where did these Marganite ropes go? Is this group of undead is going to be real hard to kill without worms, because the worms do so much to help you kill giant hordes of undead. Here's a giant horde of undead that... how am I going to be approaching this? I need to switch scythes. Okay, let's start by getting some stuff set up. Fresh shelter. Hopefully that's in range. The problem here... Yeah. Is that we need to kill all of them now. Hopefully they didn't put any Cavaliers in this group. Okay, this feels a little bit more manageable. There aren't any Cavaliers in this group. The Cavaliers are the ones that most resurrect. Because they have We Shall Return. I need to not be standing in that well. You could maybe put fewer Wells of Darkness out. That would be premium benefit to me. Oh, obsidian flesh. Okay. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I was fearing it was going to be. Okay, so what that shows me, what's really interesting about that is getting my spirits pre set up. Obviously has huge benefit. How the heck do I get over there? Obviously it has huge benefit. There's stuff over there. How the heck do I get over there? But the other thing that I just learned is that it's the Cavaliers We Shall Return that makes some of the initial surge particularly deadly. I think the composition, therefore, of undead groups matters tremendously. I clearly need to be able to get over there. On the other side of that area. I don't know how to do it yet. Huh. Well, let's go get these worms back on, because we obviously aren't spending... Or we're not doing anything more over here. What is it with you, Prius? Do you have some particular discomfort with being in a worm? Or were you in a worm and it was just glitching out on showing it to me? Okay, well, it looks like everybody's warmed up. Okay. I'm going to assume everybody's warmed up. That's a soul-twisting worm is what that is. Which is a kind of a weird and uncomfortable phrase, now that I think about it. Ooh, I thought of an interesting challenge. An interesting build restriction. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this area a little bit more. Now, a potential option for getting over there is maybe this thing's supposed to get knocked down somehow. And then you'd go up in there or around from over there. But there's no target point on this, right? Like, it's just here. The heck do you get over there? Okay, Wiki, how the heck do I get over there? Smashing the pillar. Quickly return to the pillar. Okay. To reach the small northern plateau on the map, you must destroy a pillar using an undo smash to create a bridge. The pillar's base is on the southern side of the narrow east-west sulfurous haze path to the north. Janundu Smash requires adrenaline. Use Janundu Tunnel to quickly return to the pillar. Huh. Creating a requiem for a brain while vanquishing will spawn additional foes. There is a good place to farm Sunspear and Lightbringer points. Okay. Yeah, there's the thing. Okay, well, let's see if I can figure out how this works. Hang on. Swap to a bow here. Apparently, I need to smash this pillar somehow. How does this even work? This is vaguely confusing. Hey, I need to attack you a few times for adrenaline. Oh, this is gonna be ugly if I can't get this working. Is my view unobstructed over there? Okay. So do I need to come over here and, like, smash? Okay. Okay, that worked. Where's Master of Whispers? Okay, that was weird. I don't know, that was a weird design decision overall. Okay, everybody over this way. We're leaving. Even you slowed snared fellows. Master of Whispers, why are you getting your butt handed to you so badly repeatedly? Even when you're in a worm? Oh, that was strange. Okay, there is a way back over here, so I need to go up in there. Glad I had the wiki page open for that already. Just made that a little bit more convenient. I'm actually getting a lot closer to done than I would have thought. I mean, to be fair, I have covered a heck of a lot of map already. So I suppose that's not unreasonable. Okay, now I should be able to cross over to where all the Margonites are. Except kill them better. I don't know how anybody figured that one out. That's one of those interactions that, like, if the game did that more often, it wouldn't be that difficult. But, like, that's just not a thing Guild Wars does, especially. So it's just like, wait, what? I guess technically there was the mission one. Yeah, give me my gold. It dropped over here. It's not even that many Margonites over here. There's just any amount. Please just not stop snaring me. And that's how you get to infantryman. This guy. They're right here. I don't care about his quest. I don't know if that stays permanently knocked over or not. The fact that you have to use the smashy skill to knock it down is a little annoying, though. I'm just going to kind of run around up here just a couple places just to try to make sure I've gotten any cartography villain stuff filled in. All right. We have vanquished 223 foes. And how long have I been in this map so far? 54 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm going to go into a worm over here and kind of sweep around some of that area. Hey, Ghostly Scout. There should be a worm spore around here somewhere, right? Yeah, I can see it's light over there. Not really making full use of my candy corn thing, but that's okay. Okay, everybody out of the worms. That way Price can get in a worm. Into the worms. Good. Now everybody's wormy. I'm going to just take a look at this southern edge of this map. Again, wanting to try to make sure I'm uncovering minimap stuff. Yeah, see? You can see it slightly defogging over there. Very important for cartography, which is a gigantic pain in the rear end. That's another thing that I don't quite know if I'm going to get 100% on, but I kind of want to at least take a little bit of a stab at it. Of course there's a desert worm over here. Why wouldn't there be? Okay, desert worm's less important than these guys. Yeah, these acolytes are going to be resurrecting each other, and I can't have that happening. Ooh, that was nice. Well, I'm about to get some death penalty. Okay, who's really causing me pain here? Awakened Thought Leech, maybe? Trying to figure out which enemies to prioritize. Okay, we're down to an Awakened Defiler and a Desert Worm. Get this Defiler. The whole auto attack the Desert Worm game. Because armor ignoring auto attacks do kind of the best here. How's my inventory? I'm doing alright. Highly salvageable? Nah, improved sale value. Quite convincing about it too. And those things hit hard. Okay, I think I'm going to sweep my way up north and then curve back around towards the south. I know I'm going to end over here. There should be a buried treasure and a bunch of... Oh, why do I keep... Because it's... Is it Graven Effigy and Carven Monolith? Graven Monolith? Whatever, the giant monolith thingies that change shape. That name I keep blinking on. I know exactly what they look like. They switch between Dervish, Paragon, and Mesmer. They seem to have a little bit of a favoring for Mesmer in my experience. Those things. And grave sites over here. What do you say, grave sites? You don't say anything. Okay, is there anything over down this way? Just a locked chests. I didn't think there would be, but I wanted to double check just to be sure. Mine. Wahahaha. Ooh, that's a white. Whites are easy to salvage. Okay, in retrospect, getting bone from an ivory bow makes perfect sense because theoretically, like ivory is tooth, right? So that does make sense. I was not expecting it, and I don't know why. There's been several salvages like that where it's like, oh, obviously, in retrospect, that makes perfect sense. Although it does beg the question of who's making bows out of ivory and why. Ruby Gin Essence. I don't want to salvage you because you salvage really poorly. They just go into one dust. I feel like Nightfall trophies do not salvage very well as a general rule of thumb. And I don't know why. I'm going to poke my nose in over here because I didn't really... Just make sure there isn't anything. Okay, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, as a general rule of thumb, I just feel like Nightfall trophies like this they just do not salvage very many crafting materials. Whereas like Prophecies ones, you'll get plenty of stuff from. For example, in Factions ones, and I feel like even Eye of the North. We have another boss up here. I'll the Uncleaned. Okay, it is Graven Monoliths. I'm just trying to scan this group for Acolytes, or more importantly, Cavaliers. Really moving around quite a lot, but there's an Acolyte. But Acolytes have resurrection skills, so it's preferable to make them dead. May I get my Janundu smash off, please? Thank you. Phew. I got some good robes. That's cool. Okay. Not my favorite skill, but it'll do. Yeah, so I think that giant pile of Graven Monoliths are, and potentially some other whatever I may run across is along the way. We're gonna be the last enemies in this map, I think. I can definitely see why this is a higher value. It's gonna take me a little bit over an hour. A higher value Zaishen quests. You platinum a full stack of Zaishen copper coins. Oh, those things have Anthem of Flame. Interesting. That means it's a Paragon, probably. Though Anthem of Flame doesn't go on allies, it just goes on party members. So I don't know what the actual effectiveness of that is. Yeah, I kind of thought there might be some Mandragores. Doesn't surprise me. The sort of thing you kind of expect to exist here. It's all green and atmospheric over here. This area can be kind of painful as well, because that's a heck of a lot of Graven Monoliths. Oh, this one. They're not the most durable of enemies, for what it's worth. Also, apparently, I can easily put the camera in a place where you can't see anything of what's going on. We fight in the entryway. This graven temple. The Abaddon. You can see the Abaddon statue over there. Stop crippling, anguishing me. Oh, that's so much degen. But yeah, this is some sort of temple to Abaddon. Judging by the architecture. My goodness, the degen here is insane. It's a lot of gold drops. Hey, Graven Monolith, I think you're the last enemy in this map. Get wrecked. There we go. With 281 foes, this Vanquish is complete. I gained 1,405 Lightbringer points, experience, and gold from completing the Vanquish. Plus the quest, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and open this treasure chest as well while I'm over here. Tribal Shield. I feel like I might have visited this semi-recently on this character, so I didn't have a chance to fully recharge. Because I would typically expect more than that from that chest. But I don't know that for sure. Neat little temple here. Alrighty, now that that is done, I also have Crystal Overlook to do at some point. But that's going to be a later consideration, in so much as I decidedly need to clear out my inventory. So let's go to Embark Beach. Go ahead and run an ad break while I do some of this clearing out. This is a good time to run ads. Like inventory manage. Ooh. I like this song. Yeah, that's a full inventory is what that is. Superior motivation, eh? Okay, let's start by just dropping some stuff off in the bank. Okay, now I need to go runes. Superior axe is probably not worth anything. That's kind of what I thought. Blessed. How much is blessed right now? A decent amount. Enough that I think is probably worth taking out of there, but I kind of would rather do it with this, just to make sure I can merchant that. Because both of those are valuable. And make sure I'm getting both of those out. Anchorite's Major Smiting. Those are both monk. Anchorite is not worth anything. And yeah, Major Smiting is not either. That's going to be merchant fodder. Radiant and Superior Motivation. Superior Motivation is not going to be worth anything. Radiant is, I think, worth a bit. Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and make a new Perfect Salvage Kit. Okay, let's sell some of this stuff. Okay, blesseds are 460. Yeah, okay. So these are going to be merchanted off. This can go in the bank. The rest of this stuff is all ID'd. Okay, good. Wow, 240 gold for purple is quite a bit. Okay, now I need to go talk to Zenshu for my reward. And he's all the way over here. There he is. Okay. Yeah, full stack of copper coins. Let's go ahead and convert that. 1,000 Lightbringer points, too. My Lightbringer title track is slowly but surely climbing. Still requires quite a few to get up there, but that was almost like 2,500. Now, I believe the Vanquish currently is, yeah, Fire Runner of the First City, which this character already has, so I'm not going to grab it. What was the mission today? So let's see. The bounty is Pirate the Swift. The mission is Gate of Desolation. It might be worth doing that if I don't have Gate of Desolation in hard mode on this character already. Let's grab some of the materials I need for a perfect salvage kit.
Hail, my friend.
Thank you. That goes in the first one. That was pretty good platinum, though. Okay, I have Gate of Pain, Raisu Palace, and Gyala Hatchery. I also have Crystal Overlook if I wanted to go do that one. What are my bounties? The Darknesses, the Iron Forgeman, and Ragra. Oh, none of those are quick. Okay, let's just go ahead and go to the Gate of Desolation, because I don't think... Yeah, I don't have that, so getting the bounty for that, or the Zaishen quest for that would not be a bad idea. Oh, I want to go do Gate of Pain. Wouldn't necessarily be Vanquishing, so I didn't want to change the title. I guess I might as well try Zaishen questing. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one in hard mode then, just to continue advancing things here. I don't know that I necessarily need to change a whole lot about what I'm doing on my team. This continues to be a perfectly reasonable build for dealing with conditions and other things. Soul Twist is really important for not dying. I think this one's fine. Do I need Dismiss? Or is Dismiss a bit... I think I might drop Dismiss here. Just for another... Not heal area, heal other... I just want another kind of stronger heal to play backup to Glimmer of Light. Then obviously there's some healing here to work with the Soul Twist spirits. Yeah, interrupt. For the most part, this is fine. I might want drop empathy in favor of Cry of Frustration. Maybe? Or, you know what? The damage that can come from empathy just seems too useful. Yeah, both of them have Shatter Hacks. That's fine. And then you got several interrupts. You've got a bunch of useful defensive stuff with a bit of offensive power through Holy Spear. Find their weakness in just auto-attacking. And then I've got a bunch of damage. I feel like this is probably okay. We'll have to be careful, as always, about over-aggroing and things like that. But let's go ahead and do this mission in hard mode. And I do have Dunkoro with me. I was just remembering that I have to have Dunkoro with me, and then I realized I did. So that is not an issue. I do eventually want to do this in hard mode. I don't really want to grab the Nightfall's hard mode book right now. We are ready. This one can be tricky, so let's just see how it goes, I guess. I don't know why they're using that image, but... yeah, let's go ahead and pop these as well while I'm down here. No, F3, not F4. It's like I have several instances of Hex removal, but you can only cover an entire party so much, right? The real danger here is going to be the Terra Web Riders, and I guess the bosses as well are going to be able to hit real hard. I need to make sure to be careful not to run into stuff. Thankfully, I brought Technobabble with me. It doesn't help against the bosses, but it will help against these regular ones. I just want to make sure I'm stopping meteor showers mostly. I don't know why I brought Breath of the Great Dwarf, but I don't mind having brought it either. Is my party standing in it like a dingus? Doofus? I don't know what word I want there. Like a foolish decision. Okay, we've got some coming in on the side. I like being able to take off their Aura of Restoration. That's actually kind of handy. Glad I actually have Breath of the Great Dwarf with me. There's Mark of Rodgor going around. And Immolate. So, avoiding those issues is nice. No, I definitely want those over there. It's a little awkward, but at the same time... I need to make sure I'm... what's the word I'm wanting here? I want to make sure I'm having the... that space open, because I do want to get a boom arm and then begin experimenting with webcam stuff. So this is the part that I'm most nervous about, frankly, is right up here. There is an awful lot of enemies. There is patrolling mobs, and there's so much potential to over-aggro here. It is vaguely scary. I stand right here and do that. What sort of a pull do I get? Okay, this feels manageable. Okay, let's just finish this guy off. Okay, the important thing here is not having aggroed the Terra Web Driders means that we did not get destroyed by Terra Web Driders. Coming in, like, we're able to aggro things far enough back that the Terra Web Driders did not meteor shower my party to oblivion, which they are very much so capable of doing. If your party is not paying attention, taking care of them, like they should be doing. But, you know, should and are doing are not the same thing. Oh, meteor shower's on me. Let's not stand here. Okay, good. Got my interrupt off. Mirror is immune to such particularities as meteor showers. Okay, this is the hard part. Taken care of. So we've done the hard part. We've taken out the, or at least what I consider to be the hard part of taking out the emissary there. So I like to take this south to north and just kind of sweep a bit of a horseshoe. I know, that's just my preferred route. So that's what I'm going to do. I also need to be careful up here with this guy. Okay, this guy is using Soul Torture. While using Soul Torture, it's not going to cast anything else, so it's relatively safe to walk up to. For certain definitions of safe. It ain't going to randomly, like, nuke you with Liquid Flame or Lightning Bolt, as is more likely the case. Didn't need another one of those guys popping up. That's rude. And nobody needs too many of those. Okay, good. All taken care of. This guy is using Soul Torture, so again, it's not too bad. Aether Prism is a real good time to reapply my enchantment. Get so much defense while Aether Prism is active for that brief window that it's active. Okay, I was gonna say, if my Mesmers can't take care of this, focus on this, we've got a problem. I need to not be standing here. Thank you. Okay, good. That emissary is taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and sweep around the other way, as I indicated I like to do. Here we go. This way. Getting the map underneath me. Wow, that's a very... Okay, now I'm out of salvage kit. That's a very blue... Or ID kit. That's a very, very thorough blue. And inadequate in every single way. But with a lot of mods. It's not max damage. It's... Very good. Meteor Shower has a very lengthy cast time, so it's pretty easy to identify when somebody's in its when something is in its casting animation for like a second and a half, and be like, that's probably Meteor Shower coming up. Yeah, I got QZ, so that's something to worry about. Okay, I think I should be okay to go after this group. Yeah, because I think the terror webs are kind of going the other way. Okay, we've got terror webs coming in on the side. QZ is one of those things that would be like so much easier to build around in PvE if we just had access to the PvP only version of Signet of Spirits, which gives you energy if you're in if you're in range of a spirit. That's what it does. It's a signet that gives you energy if there's a spirit nearby or whatever. Which works super well with Quickening Zephyr because then it's a signet that gives you energy if a spirit, such as Quickening Zephyr, is nearby. That then Quickening Zephyr reduces the recharge, so you can really keep your energy fueled up. I remember making a build like that in PvP once, where I had a monk that used Signet of Spirits in order to fuel my healing. Excuse me. And that was pretty sweet to be able to do, and does not work with the PvP. Now, I think it's inarguable. Accidentally stripped the wrong enchantment there. I think it's inarguable that the PvP or the PvE version is more powerful because it very distinctly is. But I think it's also appropriate to state that the PvP version does fulfill a niche that isn't occupied by anything else. So now I don't want to attack that torture web yet. I want to go across the invisible bridge. Again, I don't know why this bridge is invisible, but here we are. Sometimes they do get meteor showers off, and then you just attack something else. Something less meteor shower protected. Okay, we've taken care of the elite emissaries. Let's take care of... I was still running. I did not mean to be running. I was too slow at stopping myself there, unfortunately. Okay, now these spears just have to run into place, and the mission will be beat. I guess we did this one yesterday in normal mode, didn't we? I think this has gone at least as smoothly. Oh, there's Dunkoro's son.
Thank you, Father. We shall meet again in the mists.
Yep, that sounds great. Cool. So now I can go see Zenshu for my reward. That one went pretty smoothly, actually, all things considered. I'm quite happy about. For some reason, I feel like Yellow Hatchery would not go as smoothly. I don't know. Call that bias or something. Okay. I want to go to Embark Beach, I guess. It'll make it easiest to go back. I need a new ID kit. I do have... Oh, easily. Oh, that reminds me. I should drink this. Yeah, nothing interesting in any of those, but they're all like blues and whites, and that's kind of what I expected. Good for selling and not much else. I've almost finished up using up those things. I need to use up some more of these random tonics as well while I'm making my way over to our friendly neighborhood Zenshu. Just periodically turn from an elf into an elf. Embody the spirit of Winter's Day. Well, in my opinion, it's more like embody the spirit of an open, nice slot. Thank you. 500 Lightbringer points. Also a nice bonus. Alright, our mission is Gate of Desolation. I can do that. Right. I'm a robot. Priorities at the moment. So, we have roughly an hour left, so I think I should be able to... Hang on. Probably the best way of doing this is to slowly tromp my way over to the Elonian thingamabob. None of these make me run faster inside towns, do they? Yeah, it's Canthan travel. I don't need to do Canthan travel. I need to do Elonian travel. Eventually. Zinshao! I think I'm going to just take a couple of seconds to finish drinking the Sinister Automatonics. There we go. Cool. That's cleared some inventory space, so let's go to the Ruins of Mora area, because it's a nice, convenient location. Honestly, I don't know that I need to do a whole lot different with what my team is doing. Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to call this probably fine. Breath of the Great Dwarf seems like a useful way for me to be able to help support the party. Can I just... Hang on. How does this work? First of all, no, that's not the quest I want. I want Crystal Overlook. Yeah. Is that just a... realizing now that I don't have a... Why is there a rare scroll trader here of all places? Deep is pretty cheap. Passive scrolls, the underworld is cheaper than the Fisher of Woe? Interesting. I imagine if I requested a quote on some of these, that requires at least 200. That requires at least a platinum. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, well. Kind of an interesting little ruins area, isn't it? Oh, that does take us to the Ruptured Heart. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what the best way to get to the Crystal Overlook is part of the issue here. The Ruptured Heart's its own big zone. Kind of surrounds the Mouth of Torment. What's going on down here? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Raul, Stealer of Hope? Well, that's a pretty strong opening. Does it just skip that? Or is this just a really tiny little section of the oh, that's part of the alkali plane, isn't it? Yeah, I bet you it is. Bet you could go out here, down, around, and then up in that way. That's going to be a big zone to go after. I think I actually probably want to go from the Mouth of Torment and out this way and up over to here rather than going from here. I don't know. It just feels like it's probably slightly shorter. Tell you what, before I do this, I'm going to take a quick break. So I will be back in just a couple of minutes, and then we will go vanquish the Crystal Overlook. How's that sound? Hopefully that sounds good. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's go through this this zone portal, shall we? Nice little stretch up to our zone du jour. Hi, Ghostly Priest. Easton will remember you, friend. Signal of Humility will really be rough to have to deal with here. Oh wait, no it won't. Not as long as I keep the enchantment on me efficiently. No, we got ourselves into a right scuffle. Can't see much. Okay. Like, I guess technically my character was being blinded, so that is thematically appropriate. This geometry is constantly blocking my line of sight, though. And me without my irresistible sweep. We were fine. I was kind of expecting us to be fine without my irresistible sweep. But I can definitely see where it would be useful. There's a big old group of graven monoliths and Margonites. Enough so that I kind of suspect it's two groups. Yeah. Behold, it being two groups. Okay, once we get through these guys, we can get into the zone we're actually trying to do stuff in. Which is why I didn't candy myself up as well. Because it's not where I'm trying to go. It is merely along the way. They do use Signet of Humility, the Graven Monoliths, which shuts down an elite skill for a while. I don't think it's especially good against mine, but... Crystal Overlook is the zone we actually want, because that's the one that I have the quest for. So we're going to go ahead and clear that one out today. Okay. Step 1, become candy. Oh, I should have grabbed another salvage kit. That was poor planning on my part. I don't actually know the layout of this zone, especially, so I'm just gonna... Because I haven't... Like, I know that this connects to the Crystal Desert, which is friggin' sweet. If you've been to the Arid Sea. And technically, it's a way that you could go and vanquish the Crystal Desert with an 8-person party. I think it's a lot of work to do that, but you could. I don't think I'm going to do that on this character. Although I am looking forward to... Oh, this is a heck of a lot of Ruby Gin. I am looking forward to... Wow. Vanquishing the desert, because I think it'll be a lot of fun to vanquish the Crystal Desert. I'm just going to kind of cartography a little bit, too, while we're over here. Master of Whispers, I think you probably chose a really poor time to cast a BIP, if I had to guess. I do like that they brought back some of the type, at least style of assets from the Crystal Desert as well. Just kind of emphasize that's what's going on here. Yeah, that's moving. Don't know how to feel about that. Pretty sure that's not just blowing in the wind. You catch my drift. My meaning. I don't know how much worms come up in this zone. I don't tend to think of it as a wormy zone. These giants might be really annoying. Oh yeah, Master of Whispers. Hope you're enjoying the giant pile of garbage I just gave you. He is our sole source of enchantment control. Now, in my defense, he has several skills that do control enchantments. He has Men, Body, and Soul. He has Ashes of Pure Li Ming, and he has Foul Feast. And Ashes of Pure Li Ming does synergize some with Foul Feast in that it will give you a quicker recharge, or a lesser duration on conditions on you. So my thought was that he can eat some nasty conditions and have them end earlier because he's holding the ashes. Don't know why I'm having some throat ticklage. Always very irritating. I don't need throat ticklage. Ah, you make some energy weapons, eh? And some stance stuff. Feathered flatbow. Stone shard hornbow. Yeah, more energy. Interesting. I do like the Holy Branch skin. I do think it looks pretty cool. Weaponsmiths, like weaponsmiths that craft weapons, are actually kind of useful. Oh, hi, person. Long ago, my family traveled from our home in Vabi, following the footsteps of the great Tarai Asa. We fell ill after passing through an area with an awful smell and in yellow haze, and I died at this very spot. My daughters hastily buried me and continued north. I do not know what happened to them, but I can feel my husband's grief and anguish from across the desert. Please, go to my husband. He wallows in his guilt, and his spirit is bound to the land. I wish to release him from his anguish, but my spirit is bound here. I'm not going to worry about any of these quests. I don't need to pick up quests. Doing random questing is something that I may do in the future, just as a way of like, hey, here's something to do while I make builds under restrictions. Oh, there is a merchant in this zone. Oh, that's potentially useful. I don't have any gold on me to buy stuff with, but I should put a reminder. Near the Mandragore Husk Collector is just a straight-up merchant. So if I need to, I don't know, sell random crap or buy some ID kits or something, there is a merchant here. So that's very useful. There's a graveyard over here. Heh. With a relentless corpse in it. Not an aggressive relentless corpse either. Which is interesting. There's a lot of story in this area, just through environmental storytelling, which I quite appreciate. I personally would prioritize a different thing. Oh, I should not stand here. Get me out, get me out, get me out. It's never a good idea to stand in the middle of a savanna heat. Very good way to get yourself killed. Interesting design of a skill in that regard. I'm going to actually move this over here. I need any of these? No. What I'm thinking I might want to do is go visit our friendly neighborhood Isu merchant over here. Sell some of these off and pick up some additional kits. There. That feels like that might be prudent. Let's swap those and then swap those. Okay. How do I want to go about trying to clear this zone? I think I'm going to go clear this area out a little bit over here. And kind of make my way back, because I think this just kind of goes out. Yeah, that's in the Arid Sea. That's a statue. I don't know if it should actually technically be standing, but it is a landmark. It falls when you get close to it in the Arid Sea itself. Like I said, I'm looking forward to vanquishing the Crystal Desert. Just because I think it'll be a really interesting zone to go into. But that's where we get our Crystal Overlook. Overlooking the crystal, as it were. The question I have to figure out is how far out this way do I go? Technobabble's super useful for dealing with those things. I do have Elemental Hunt, right? I kind of need to make sure I'm keeping an eye on my party for... Yeah, burning. Wow. Master of Whispers just sometimes just collapses and dead. It's almost impressive. Let's go get this group down here. 22% death penalty already. It's enough to make you think that maybe, just maybe, Protective Spirit would be a good idea. Even with Shelter. I don't have any lockpicks on me. That's fine. I don't need them. Okay, that curves down and around. What I think I want to do is clear out this little side area and then go back up. Actually, you know what? No. Let's move down this way and then go back up. Let's make a bit of a loop. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. I don't know what's the optimal way to go through here, but that's what I'm going to choose as my way through here. Yeah, so this Forgotten Guardian will take you over to the Arid Sea. I want to make sure I don't talk to him because that would ruin my Vanquish attempts. But I do want to go over to this area just to uncover any map that might be over here. Most of this character's exploration, like there's been some areas that I've done Vanquishing in, but a lot of it has been for Legendary Skill Hunter. So you can see Legendary Skill Hunter. Oh, Elonian Skill Hunter is so high. I think probably Core might be included in each of these. And then this had to make skills for all 10 professions, whereas this only had to do for the original 6. Interesting to think about what can make some of those numbers different. Okay, let's go after this ghostly scout to see what sort of bounty got. Insects. And an Anthem of Flame. Go with it. There's probably a Mandragore bounty around here somewhere, too. I don't know where. Actually, I probably want to focus on this one. Holy Haste. It's not what I consider to be a good skill. Okay, let's clear out this branch of Mandragore. Okay, well, that guy's down. I'm gonna kind of sweep back and forth, I think. Yeah, you don't get whatever that enchantment was. Hey. As soon as it went away, you went down. Yeah. Stone Flesh Aura, I think, is predominantly what I'm stripping there. And yeah, like I said, when it goes down, they go down. I'm gonna scrape along some of the side here just for making sure I got mapping stuff purposes. Let's go back for these bugs. Oh, Technobabble, you're so useful. You just daze things and it just makes it so much easier to deal with casters. Picks up an Ashes of Purely Ming, drops an Ashes of Purely Ming. You're Purely Ming. You didn't get your Stoneflesh Aura off in any sort of meaningful way, did you? Wonder what's required for you to be a sadistic giant. Not just a giant, but a sadistic giant. Sounds particularly bad, you know? Are you harassing Dunkoro over here, Bladed Dune Termite? This I know I want to salvage. Oh. Did not give me bone that time. I'm disappointed. There's a merchant that I can turn that into. I'm just going to kind of follow this around to uncover some of this map around this thing. Because, again, while I'm out here, I might as well work on cartography, too. Vanquishing and cartography have always gone well together ever since they're introduced to the game. I think I'll sweep along over there and down and around and then back again. A Hobbit's Tale. I don't know why. Just the sort of there and back again thing always makes me kind of think of There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale. By Bilbo Baggins. And The Lord of the Rings by Frodo Baggins. Who's way back there? Ah, that makes sense. Got some longer enchantments to activate, so. Oh, we got some boss here. Jeddah the Mighty. I kind of want to prioritize bosses just because they do deal extra damage. Ah, whirling defense is going to be annoying. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. There's a whole lot I could do about it, but I could have done about it if I had brought the right skills, but I did not. It's an interesting call. Would have been better to have Irresistible Sweep instead of Pious Assault. Pious Assault is nice damage, but Irresistible Sweep has utility as well. Is it preferable to go for something that's just like, yeah, this is really good damage, or is it better to go for something that's, well, this is good, but not as good? Because, like, Irresistible Sweep as well. Where is it? That's our mightiest. Right here. Has a 6-second recharge. This has a 4-second when it's stripping something. and does 31 AoE damage, and the plus 21. This does plus 32 damage if I remove a thing. Is unblockable and removes a stance, but doesn't do the additional AoE damage. So it's like, well, what would be better here in this situation? And it might be, I'm beginning to think it is, it might be the stance removal is more useful. But, of course, it's hard to know that for sure before heading out. So I think I might consider bringing it, though, for these sorts of things. Because in general, having access to stance removal is very useful against certain types of enemies. I'm going to go across, take out these Mandragora over here. How about you don't have your defensive enchantment on you? I like that idea. And I guess you could also argue that maybe it would be better than Twin Moon, but Twin Moon just has a lot of additional utility from the healing that it does. So that I'm not entirely convinced on conceptually. Again, I'm going over here for map purposes. Against like these nomadic giants, I think I would actually, if they use whirling defense, I'd prefer to. Yeah, they do. I'd prefer to be able to remove that than just have some nice AoE damage, you know? Yeah, there's a Spirit of Shelter we left lying around. I'm going to avoid those giants for a short moment here because I want to go visit this scout just in case they have a bounty for giants, which is a possibility. Yep, Mandragora. That's fine. This does connect down over. Yeah, we're coming towards the southern part here. I'm going to finish covering this mass and kind of move down and go up towards the sulfur afterwards. So let's go after these giants. Okay, there's two types. There's nomadic and sadistic. Sadistic are... I see. So we've got some necromancers, and we have... some trap spamming... whatever I want to call those. Trap spamming rangers, I suppose. It's the most accurate description for them. How about you don't reapply Stoneflesh Aura and instead get dazed? I like that plan better. Sandstorm Crags are going to be the higher priority target among this group. Just get my Aura of Holy Might up. Now, I would like to be permitted to go fight these guys, please. Oh, these guys are elementals. How very convenient. Okay, they're down. I mean, it makes sense that they are elementals. But I tend to think of elementals as the Jinn And I forget that this is a more inclusive group than that. Okay, so there's some beetles over here. There's also some map over here that I want to go map. Yes. Do a cartography on. There's this interesting mixture. This is just some random thing that I thought of. There's an interesting mixture among some of the Paragon skills where some of them care about enemies having more health than you, and some of them care about... Oh, I need to reapply my candy corn. And some of them care about the enemy being above 50% health, which is kind of an interesting distinction. So an example of this is Burning Refrain. If target non-spirit ally hits a foe with more health than that ally, that foe set on fire for 2 seconds. But Anthem of Envy does additional damage against foes with more than 50% health. Not more health than you, more than 50% health. So those are the main skills that I guess I'm thinking of. But it's an interesting contrast in the design of how they work that I kind of find it interesting to think about. So, anyway. We're going to fight some more Mandragore. I'm glad I finally have a bounty for them. Given how many there's going to be. Another ivory bow. Okay. Some other group over there. We are aggroing all the Mandragore. Mandragore party. Over here. Population, my team. And all these Mandragore. Ooh, Akar the Bladed. That sounds like an assassin boss. So far, I've seen that it has Shadow Refuge. Okay, well. Undoubtedly, if it had a unique elite, this character has killed it at some point. Oh my goodness. So many wards against foes. Okay. I think we have cleared the ward against foe maze. I'm just going to scrape along this southern edge to the resurrection shrines and kind of work my way up, I think, is my plan of action here. I don't know that there'll be new stuff at these ghostly priests, but you never know. Maybe there will be. Maybe they'll give me a bounty for giants. That would be stellar. Graven monoliths. Okay, that's not quite what I was hoping for, but I'll take it, I guess. Looks like I've cleared a lot of this map out already, though, to be observational about it. Of course you have Giant Stomp. What self-respecting giant wouldn't? I accidentally closed my party window at some point in there. I know what's going to happen here is I'm going to kill these guys. I'm going to get to that resurrection shrine. And it's going to be for giants, and I'm going to be sad. That's how this is going to go down. I mean, I might as well heal everybody a little bit, I guess. You're a Plague Signet boss, so I undoubtedly ignored you. But I think there's probably easier sources for Plague Signet. That's a weird sentence to say. Better sources of Plague Signet. That doesn't sound like something you want a good source of, you know? Oh yeah, the Signet gives you the plague. I mean, technically what it does is it lets you spread plague. Sort of. I mean, it does if you have disease on you. That seems like a skill that would exist. A skill like Poisoned Heart, except it diseases you. That feels like a death magic spell. Yeah, the Alkali Plane does indeed act right between those. Interesting. Or the Alkali Pan, excuse me, not plane. Okay, so it's just a Graven Monolith bounty. So let's go ahead and make our way kind of across. I'm going to take out these giants, but not those Mandragora. I'm going to take out the Mandragora in this counter sweep back. I'm drawing an arbitrary line somewhere. Got a nice haze going on back there. Enjoy a nice haze. Wait, what is this? Oh, just a random Graven Monolith over here? What's this doing? Just chilling out. Yeah, that one's bone. That one's bone too. They have a chance to be either bone or wood. One of these seems more useful to me than the other, but they would be bone for those who don't know what my thoughts are on the matter. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of buffs and stuff going on me. That's a really far back worm spore. I don't need it nor want it right now. I'm just coming up this way to look for any more enemies over here. This sort of river of haze. I'm going to go fight those bugs over there in a moment, though. Yeah, because I'm not finding much of anything over here. Just trying to be thorough in my sweep. 120 enemies. This definitely has fewer enemies than the Sulfurous Wastes, I think it was. In part, because it doesn't have enormous hordes of undead to the same degree. That one did. Oh, we've slain 25 insects. Most excellent. A lot of Mandragora terror over here specifically. I think those might be the warriors. Oh, slain 25 Mandragores. I might be able to go up there and around. I think I will, but I do want to be a little bit careful because we are getting close to the sulfurous edge And I would prefer not to walk into that Sulfurous Edge. It is very lethal. And therefore very unpleasant. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh, there's some hyenas over there. Cool. I'm gonna come on over this way and take out these guys. And then I'm gonna go grab that worm spore that they're by, I suppose. So that one seems conveniently placed for my purposes. I don't need you becoming more durable with Stoneflesh Aura, thanks. Okay, I think I've cleared out most of the enemies in this area, so it's time to warm up. Warm up and head out into this Sulfurous Waste. This one's especially foggy. I'll still swing by over there. Trying to decide if I should take out those guys over there or kind of get them on a return pass. I'm not sure on the matter. Oh, that was one of the ally worms screaming that I saw. There you go, Daedalon. Oh, there is Servant of the Sands. I wonder what that elite is. That's lame that that missed. I still would like to know why this is not an area of effect spell. It's strictly for PvE use. It doesn't seem like that'd be too powerful. It's your friggin' elite, for crying out loud. And it's easily outclassed by... Giant Stomp doesn't affect worms very much because worms can't be knocked down. But anyway, like if as your elite and stuff, it feels like it should be able to be a bit stronger than it is, you know. Oh, Zatuka's Great Horn. That's cool. Is that like a searing cauldron or something? What is this over here? I feel like there's some story about this, and I don't know what it is. But I kind of want to pick up that horn for no reason. It is a quest item. But for what quest? Well, I picked up the horn. I don't know why. Perhaps I will get to find out. Just gonna sit here. It's this great horn. Chilling out. Let's close my inventory windows. And get on with killing sandstorm crags. Apparently. Oh, and of course there's a random desert worm. I suspect there's a bunch of enemies in there. Okay, where's this desert worm? There it is. Will you stay underground long enough for me to heal? Yes. Excellent. Very polite of you. I don't think the 49 damage is worth going through the attack animation for when I can just get 35 by auto-attacking. Good moment to stretch, though. Okay, now that we've kind of cleared out this little stretch, let's go ahead and... This is such a peculiar thing. I really want to know what's going on there. Let's go ahead and swoop around. So I remember I left a group of enemies over there. Giant's boots of major illusion. I wonder if that's worth anything. I guess I'll find out. Wanderer's Giant's boots. That's probably just gonna get salvaged, I bet you. This is a big, broad plain and nothing. Now that we killed everything in it. Yeah, there's some sandstorm crag and junk over here. Yeah, I think that's just flavor map area. These things are so much easier to take care of when you're not in worms, because you have a lot of stuff to kind of punish them. You can do that from slightly closer range than I think you can. There we go. Oh yeah, good idea. Should heal. Okay, anything over here? This is just kind of like edge of the map territory. Yeah, this is just kind of edge of the map territory. That's what I thought it would be. Ah. Wonder if this guy has a bounty for giants. Wouldn't that be hilarious and inconvenient? And kind of strikes me as unlikely. Yeah, okay, it's Graven Monoliths. Okay, we've got a few more sandstorm crags to take care of, it looks like. I'm going to kind of sweep this area a little bit just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I will say this. Worm Siege is really good for taking down sandstorm crags from a distance. I could probably be going through this area in a way that better optimizes... that's the random boss, isn't it? That better optimizes my points, but oh well. It's not a huge deal. Whale my HP back. Do want to take a little bit of a peek over here. Okay, I don't think there's anything. This zone's actually not as bad as I thought it would be for some reason. I was expecting it to be more like some of the Margonite and Undead infested zones, and it's not. I do wish I'd brought a stance removal skill. It's not been the biggest deal, but there have been a few times when I really wish I had it. I had one. And my lack has been a little sad, but I don't want to be in a worm anymore, though. Let's go over here, take care of these guys. I am trying to use these things up, so I guess I might as well use it. This last stretch of vanquishing. I'll get some time out of it. So, as long as I'm not suddenly getting forced back into worms or something, unexpectedly. It's an interesting sort of texture. I'm mostly coming over here to kind of make sure I get some of that map scraping going. Yeah. Hello, Ravager. Good to see you. Yeah, I wish I brought Irresistible Sweep instead of Pious Assault. Just to take care of a few of the... It always seems like it's whirling defense. Hmm. Gotcha. That always helps, doesn't it? Being able to get both sides. Hi, Shambling Mace. Ooh, orange dye. Why could you not be purple? I don't have as many, like, purples and blues as I do oranges and yellows and stuff. Yeah, you can get some of it from over there. I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah, these Nomad Giants, I think it is. Use whirling defense, and I would really wish that I'd brought Irresistible Sweep to be able to take it down just because it's a little bit more convenient. Yeah, it does do a lot of damage. I like Twin Moon for the healing properties, and the adrenaline gain is really nice as well. What I find really funny is Pious Assault's not actually a scythe attack, it's a melee attack. So if for some random reason you really wanted to, you can use it with any melee weapon. An interesting little structure. Well, it looks like I'm almost done with enemies. Some Graven Monoliths over here. Yeah. I don't have Splinter on this party, but it is amazing with Splinter weapon. Technobabble is useful for shutting some stuff down. I don't think it's been critical here, but it has its... Yeah. Has its spots where it is useful. Against some of the, like, triple and quadruple Ruby Djinn groups, it's been nice. What's the last enemy? This feels very last enemy-ish. Yeah, no, I get you 100% there. Cool. That finishes this one. I like some of the vents around here. This leads me back to Isu. In case I wanted to sell stuff. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it would be nice if Technobabble worked against bosses. I just kind of had left them on my bar from where I had been previously, kind of wanting the potential burning help. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go visit Zenshu now. But Sulfurous Wastes took a while. It wasn't too bad. Okay, let's go visit Zenshu. Things of Jaren still needs to get done in Latenda Bog. I'll enjoy Latenda Bog. Don't know when it'll come up in the Vanquish list. I'm sure I could look it up if I really cared, though. I do want to figure out what's up with this horn. I mean, I found this horn, and, like, it's got to be used for something. It might just be an easy to turn in quest at this point. Ravager, you don't happen to want to stack a bone, do you? Where's the rune trader? There. Major illusion, probably not worth anything. It is not worth anything. That's kind of what I thought. Okay, I just sell it to the trader otherwise, so. Wanderer, probably not worth anything either. Yeah. I'm gonna salvage this one. Where is... I don't know why I'm not holding down this button so I can actually see the material trader. I'll just trader the bone. It was definitely random finding it out there because I haven't really... you beat Zatuka within your inventory. Okay. And that does stuff, eh? Ooh. Decreasing the value of bone in the trader. Gotcha. And then that does some stuff, right? Oh. I see. That's all we need is more bison cups. Clogging up our inventories. Alright, well... Let's see, I'm going to turn this in... Yeah, okay. That's going to give me enough to do this. And this. At least it can't be as bad as the banana scythe, though. Because the banana scythe is just a bit of a head scratcher for me. Well, this is actually a pretty good time for me to be drawing things to a close. I don't know if there's any, like, quick thing that I'd want to do on a character. You know what? Let's go fight ourselves a Doppelganger or two. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to end things. Doppelganger. I should do more with this character at some point. I always find myself slightly surprised about what I haven't done on a given character. Hard mode. What am I doing with my skills? I feel like the only skill I really need right here is Necrosis and Life Siphon. Power Necrosis. That feels like it's probably pretty reasonable. The question is, do I want something that could inflict weakness so that way auto attacks don't hurt as much? Yeah, we'll take a stab at it with like this and then see if I actually need more than this. My guess is I won't. But because Necrosis is pretty sweet. That one, and then that one, and then that one, and then we skip a cutscene, and then we apply Life Siphon, and we'll just be draining health from each other evenly. Insidious Parasite would have been a really good choice. I might still need to go grab it too. Yep, that's... You're right, Insidious Parasite, good idea. Good idea. Let's put that on instead of whatever this random nonsense was. Here's my... This guy's a candidate for a bigger bag too. Where is my curses? Yeah, why do I have this restoration magic anyway? Whatever. Most of this doesn't matter. Get out of here, you. Get in here, you. Because then you just don't attack him. Heh. Does this character have pain? Right, this character does have pain inverter. Yeah, that'll make it nice and quick. Nice and quick. Why is this not showing a Var's Scepter? Or is it just overlaying on this Grim Cesta in a really funky way? Hmm. Insidious Parasite, though, is going to steal most of the health. Like, kind of even out the health reasonably well. There. Nice and clean. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go visit good old Zenshu. My reward. Hey Zenshu, give me my Zaishen coins. Thank you. I don't know what I was doing with that party. Travel to Lion's Arch. Augury Rock. To the limit's kind of pointless. Sure. Most of this is fine because I can just sneak attack and then we won't be able to do much. Probably shouldn't Primal Rage. But, you know. We're going to. I feel like sneak attack is probably going to do most of what I need, so. Get our lovely divine fire. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Turns out sneak attack, real good against the Doppelganger. Real good against the Doppelganger. Where's the Great Temple of Balthazar? It's over here. It's also above me. I have that. I have a print of that that picture on my wall. I think it's a pretty cool picture. Okay, let's go ahead and just convert this. There we go. Yeah, this guy's up to 3 million and change experience points. That's cool. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here for today because I do have other things that I need to be doing. So, unfortunately, I need to bring it to a close. But that's how Wednesdays go, unfortunately. So, okay. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will be back on Saturday. And until then, take care and goodbye.